All right. That means I've got my microphone on, so let's get started. Gotta say, it was good timing on their part, bringing this out on Halloween. Let's see here. Adjust the brightness of the darkest icon is barely visible. Okay, that's maximum. Oop, too far. That should do. Gonna up the volume here. Graphic. Huh? Are there more icons than this? No, wait, hold on. So the darkest icon is barely visible. That'll do. Global music. Gonna down that slightly. And that one just a bit as well. Want to be able to hear the voices. The voices in my head. Okay, controls, camera sensitivity, invert X. I wanted to go yes. Invert Y, yes. Vibration on. Camera sensitivity. Wireless controller. Run, lean, shoot, lean. Menus, take out, put away light, crouch, interact, look. Next light, previous light. Wonder what that means. Let's up the sensitivity a little bit. Subtitles on, detection on, crosshair off. Yeah, sure, we'll leave it off. Here we go. Ed Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowned his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective. Trouble finding case, able to lift him from his torpor. That's a new one. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. Wait, they take your license away? That's kind of lame. Person doesn't stop being a detective just because they don't get work as a detective. Kind of reminds me of Vampire, that one game that came out recently. Watch Michaela Law's playthrough if you have an interest in that sort of thing. Oh, there we go. Ugh. Left stick, right stick. Okay. Inverted controls are working out well. Camera sensitivity is working well. Graphics are spectacular. Look at this shade and shadow. And the textures. Absolutely wonderful. Now, where on earth are we and how did we get here? Well, I am a detective. Or pretending to be. Man, look at the size of that fish. Well, this seems to be a makeshift butcher's room of sorts. They're going out of their way to catch these very large fish. And make chum from their entrails. This implies that they're either trying to feed something or bait something. But what could they need to feed and or bait that would require the innards of a shark of all things? If you want chum, dead squid works just as well. Unless what you're hunting specifically does not like squid. Because they're too small. Wait, what is that back there? Hang on. It's a big rock. The gases are making it appear different. Something else down here making all that noise. Either that or it's a barrel. Counter darkness. Okay, what was that button again? Yeah, this is a classic game horror. What is this? Is this where we were trying to get in before? Yeah, that's not opening. No, this is someplace else. We'll figure that out later. First, let's get ourselves a lantern. And there we go. Hurricane lamp. Well, I know plenty about hurricanes. Where is this gas? Why is it producing? Oh, it's just fog. Wait, what is this? What's happening? Carefully now. Oh, there's a boat here. I could use it, except it looks like it only leads further into the caverns. Yeah, that sound is probably just a barrel. Oh, hey. Interesting. So light does not just obscure our vision, but our ability to interact with the environment completely. Well, I could go here, or I could go back to where I was and figure out that thing with the door. Sure hope you don't mind the cold, Eddie.
In my wake, hold along. Fate inescapably draws you
on. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go back the way I was. Okay. Probably shouldn't have underestimated the game design. I am loving this color. It's really eerie. Sound design is great too. The music and the ambient sounds. Huh. Interesting. I could have come through here either way. Maybe if something chases me, I'll just start running in circles. Now, what is this? Ah, just a little gas lamp. Ugh.
What a putrid offering.
What could possibly need all this? Ugh. Putrid is right. Flies, though. Nice effect. Orcas. And more sharks. Well, if the earlier areas are any indicator, it doesn't matter which path I choose, I'll pass through everything eventually.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
That's the door out of here. Okay, I'll go back the way I came. There's nowhere else for me to go? Oh. Well, never mind then. Interesting choice of music down here. I gotta stop second guessing myself. It's killing the atmosphere.
Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Poor guy. Oh, they saw me. So that's where the music's from.
I hate whiskey.
Well then why did you drink it? Private DA. Contracted to Wentworth Detective Agency. Great War decided to set up in Boston, Massachusetts. There is no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed. Well, that's kind of normal for a couch. I mean, there's some really comfortable couches out there, but if it bothers you so much, you might just want to sleep on the floor. Get some bedding and put yourself on the floor. Place is mine for the moment.
The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage. I used to be an avid reader.
Okay, so he says the same thing over and over.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend, you say? I'd say that's every married man's worst fear.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. I should get rid of all this stuff.
Okay, City of Boston's map. Yeah, real proper yarn conspiracy here you got. Oh, what do we got here? Liquor prescription stub, sorry. Wait, liquor prescription? What? You can get prescribed alcohol? Man, what a time to be alive. Not that I would know, I don't drink. Who's this guy? Boston hit by most severe blizzard in years, snow paralyzing traffic. I don't care for the cold.
It's been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Dr. Canwell repeats to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay. But I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I hear voices in my dreams. They are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? I don't know. I read that already. Let's look at this. I don't drink.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm still very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Ah, yes, I heard about this. Allocate your character points. Each character point allows you to improve the score of a skill. Oh, shoot. Okay, good. Glad that's not permanent. Very good. Now, let's see here. Occultism. Knowledge of the occult sciences. Improving this increases your chances of determining the use and origin of occult artifacts and of expressing your knowledge of the myth. Medicine represents your medical knowledge. Increase the chances of determining dosage of a drug, making the diagnosis of expressing your understanding of a medical problem. Strength. Physical power. Forcing doors or mechanisms or using violence during interactive discussions. Investigation. Increases chances of understanding past events, analyzing crime scenes, picking locks, spotting hidden objects. An undiscovered object will not appear in game. What? Influence those you talk to by power of speech. Chance of convincing or manipulating discussions, and psychology. Knowledge of human behavior. Chances of understanding motivations of a person. Options to validate. Never mind. So we have very little understanding of medicine and occultism. Strongest skills are investigation and strength. Eloquence, spots, and psychology are minimum. Okay, I gotta pick this carefully. Not only will I suffer the cost of not having these skills improved, but having them improved can actually have negative consequences under certain circumstances. I want to improve my medical knowledge. Sufficiently advanced science seems like magic to those who don't understand it. This too. Oh, never mind, it's not a full point. Where I'm going, I'm gonna need all the medical knowledge I can get. But this will do for now. I think that'll do. It's not like I really know what I'm getting into. This'll have to do for now.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, you two...
I'm coming.
Audio's off.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Oh, not that one. Navigate to objectives. Huh? Examine the Hawkins file. Examine the painting. Examine the Hawkins file. Bit of a delay there. It's not letting me go through the objectives. Not a good sign. Always good to have a lighter around. October 7th. Oh, 1918, not 2018. 100 years ago today. Well, not today exactly, but anyway. First I'll take a look at this file.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Warehouse 36, Darkwater. Started in their dining room, claimed the family. Suffered a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Sounds like a conspiracy. Article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles, businessman from the island of Darkwater, reclusive life with their only son, Simon.
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Wrong guy. Find out about Warehouse 36. Where did Sarah Hawkins live? Ask about her mental frailty. Something's not right with this story.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Investigation professional. So I can't
Her
use
husband was a big deal on the island. The police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mention Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
This guy doesn't know what his own daughter means. Well, maybe it's asking too much, but still.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Warehouse 36. Asking the wrong guy. That'll do then.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
Is this supposed to be Sarah and her boy? What is this? Visions. Whoop. Don't want to learn that. Yes, the North Atlantic. Where can we find this?
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Nope, not that one. Oh, here.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
The gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves with a siege or dream god. No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud royal hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land on the coasts of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to dark water.
Alright, let's say that's it.
I wonder why I still take these things.
Huh. Well, I guess I'll be needing that later. Guess that's that. Taking its time.
Almost there.
I like that jacket. The cellar. I am loving this atmosphere.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So,
Does the hop?
a sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great pain to what a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink of the stranded whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
I really don't want to be involved with alcohol. Fitzroy, go to the bar and talk to Bradley.
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
See how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea. Don't badmouth what you don't know. Or you'll
That's
pay
an
for it
orca.
for sure.
Okay, that's enough. Step back and let us do our job. The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah.
But you can stay to watch if you want. You can pick up the pieces.
Come on, you bastard! You'll see what a true sailor's got in this.
Nothing for you here either. Beat-heads.
You bilge rats don't scare
I'll figure a
me.
way around there later.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
I suppose I'll have to play the character.
careful.
And who would that be?
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
I don't have time for all this bravado.
Don't be so high and mighty, sir. We don't like mainland snobs.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Something weird's going on with this guy's beard. It's probably just my TV, though.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Well, that's fair.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
The way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been...
Oh, come on.
Drinking it. Anything else?
Oh. Guess I don't have to worry about playing the part.
That'll be all for now.
You have no right to treat us like this.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed. My God. You said...
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Scylla returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. Who is Scylla? Returned to Darkwater. Port late on Thursday afternoon, locals immediately rushed to the docks. Welcome the whaling. The Cetacean that has already been called the miraculous catch covered the whole deck. Parts were hanging over the side of the ship. Surviving sailors told of a frightening account, but also of its meat unmatched in quality and plentiful nutrition. Celebrating the return. Free tasting event.
She will do it again. The girl doctor, Colby, she won't stop asking.
Not that again. She will get us into trouble.
I know.
Best not linger too long.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Now, what would he be talking about?
That's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
Do you like our song?
We're true silence.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
That guy's neck moved weird.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
What you looking at, stranger?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger.
I better leave her alone for now. Yeah, I'd say that's what we have to look forward to next, but if we take a look around, you never know, we might find something hidden. Hey, that's the hurricane lamp.
Damn stupid idiots. Get in.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Oh, well, we found a toilet. Wait, I just took that? I have character points. We'll worry about that later. Steven. Charles. Why would a girl go from Paris to a place like Darkwater? Or sip his liquor. Alcohol can be improved by objects discovered in the environment. Ah.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins. What a macabre souvenir. Broken. This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. That's all I'll get from them.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights of the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
documents are unreadable.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth, and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
No.
Indeed, you're right.
No, that's just, I forget what they're called. Trenches. Yeah, they have all kinds of weird stuff in there.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on the wall of the stranded whale.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Hey, character point. Eloquence, strength, investigation. for next level? 4, 6, 4, 6, 4. Well, we'll leave it alone for now then. That fishing line doesn't look great.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy! They're cops. They can't understand. Damn stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. Can't understand. You're not sailors.
What on earth could cause this kind of damage?
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Curious. Why would someone desecrate a saint who's supposed to be supporting the industry? It may have happened back in the day, but this writing doesn't look all that old. Oops, wrong one. It's a crab. 2 crabs. What is this thing? I imagine it's for storing fish or something, but...
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
How can I be the one who defaced your saint? I've just come ashore, you idiots.
That's true. We're as drunk as lords.
You bet. You could have gone by without us seeing you.
Do not rile me. You can hardly stand up.
He's right.
We're no match. For the moment. We're annoyed. It's understandable.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Well, these guys were surprisingly nice for a couple of drunkards. I usually don't care for the company of drunks.
Out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
I bet that you hid them somewhere in your hut on the docks. No. How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Where do you think you're going?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone. You again. I told you to beat it.
No need to get worked up.
Alright, alright. Jeez. Well, we gotta find a way in there somehow.
Get it. Nobody listens to us anyway. That's no way to treat an omen. Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
Let's go wandering around in the dark again. I didn't remember to use my lighter.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations.
Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after. Standing guard in his alley make your throat cry.
That fool Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message.
Best not to interfere just yet.
You again.
What do you know about the Hawkins warehouse?
If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, sailors scream, and that's not but all any.
Forgot I'd already asked him about that.
That'll be all for now.
Look at these guys.
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told that flunky that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
I'm gonna need her information.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. If you want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave. whale vertebrate. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil. A handle. It must come from these old winches. It looks like there's a way in under this grate. This ratchet device seems to be usable. I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Is that all I can do? I guess if I had a physical stat stronger, it would work.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Apparently the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island. But I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type. You're back again. What can I do for you?
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
A dead rat.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned. What a macabre souvenir.
Guess we needed to talk to him in order to know we were supposed to do that. Okay, am I missing a part?
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
I guess that makes sense when you look at it.
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this hand. Damn, I broke it.
Now what?
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf? Has the cat got your tongue?
You've come for a fight. What I've got to say won't change a thing.
You're a quick learner. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
Is your name Cat?
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Ooh.
Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm gonna have to deal with her.
At least I didn't take my stuff.
Well, well, look who's back.
Did you miss us?
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water.
She will get us into trouble.
I know.
Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah, aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. It's something that I respect. So understand by that. If I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
Yeah, she'll find out sooner or later.
I'm investigating the deaths of the Hawkins family.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly. But it's also really stupid of you. You really don't seem to know the area. Let me give you a little advice. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
Is that more dangerous than having a drink with you?
I'm not kidding. The old families, they were here long before us. And they'll be here long after we're gone.
The old families?
The descendants of the first whalers. These people truly worship their ancestors.
I've got a few questions about the island.
I'm not here to give you information. Mitchell will tell you what he wants to tell you.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
I'm very serious. The whole family died in a fire. And I've got reason to believe that there's still more to be said on the subject.
Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me. And I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
I don't have much of a choice right now.
Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, Detective. Follow me.
Nobody questions your authority here. I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit. And nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
Put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
The cops, they can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots! Forget it.
We saw this guy poking around here.
It's fine. He's with me.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Be a gentleman and move that for me. That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Okay.
What happened here?
Upset, he strikes the mirror and then has to bandage himself.
These painkillers were prescribed 3 months ago. Someone has been taking them since the time of the Hawkins death. It smells as bad as it looks. Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Darn it, can I go back into it?
someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Wound up? You mean messed up?
No. We don't take no lessons from the likes of you. We do our job carefully and fairly. No stone was left unturned.
Really? Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Guy's scarf. He's a Joker face.
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around it, would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Very specifically avoiding leading me away to wander the mansion.
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? And steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. Poor kid. Poor kid. Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined.
1963.
Recently fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place.
Did he burn his hand? Oh, that's an interesting feature. Oh, this must have really taken time to make. And that'll be the lighthouse. Guess I may as well invest this. What? That never happened. Well, I guess we're going to have our little encounter with the groundskeeper.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them! Dump them into the ocean!
You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Sarah Hawkins' father sent me here to investigate the death of his daughter.
Webster, huh? I understand how he feels. But me? I want the dead to rest in peace. And that means kicking the ass of gumshoes like you.
Why would you not want me to help understand what happened here?
I've got nothing to hide. Tell me what you're doing here. And no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked. And I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye on it.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it. Vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Stop bothering me.
This gate is locked. bourbon. Empty, of course. The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. I know a thing or two about solitude myself. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes.
Guess that's that.
Piers, shall we enter?
I'll have to find another entrance.
Working his way through that log.
Piers, now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go. Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you. Follow me. I know the place.
That's enough for tonight.